Hello, friends, and so we meet again, except this time in a different house, but still in my bathroom because apparently everywhere I'm going to live, my best place to record video is going to be in my bathroom, and that's okay. The acoustics are good. It is what it is. Um, I guess it's my stand that I use for my phone. It just works really well at this level whenever I can sit at my makeup table. So we're going with it. We're going with it. Today, we're going to talk about how to establish a routine for you, okay? Not for me, not for somebody down the street, not some random blogger that you pull up a post because you want to try a routine. The thing that I've learned in the last 17 years of being a homemaker is anytime I try to use someone else's routine for me, it fails. Because I'm not that other person and they're not me. So what I really love to do is teach other people how to make a routine that actually serves them and fits them, instead of all of us trying to always go around and use somebody else's schedule and routine and be like, oh, I found one, I'm gonna try this one for myself. Girl, no, okay? You need to make a routine that fits you and your lifestyle and your family and your tendencies. That's something that we don't always take into account. So here's how to establish a routine for you and your family. Step number 1, write things down that you need to get done daily and weekly. Because there are some things in your life you're going to have to get done every day. And then there are other things in your life that only have to be done once a week, like take out the trash, roll the trash can back in from the street, go to the grocery store, things like that. But if you don't sit down and write down the things that you want to get done, you are a disaster waiting to happen, because there's a reason why fail to plan, plan to fail is a saying. So if you want to establish a routine, but you don't know what it is that you want to do, then it's really hard to, even start. So what I usually do is I sit down and I say, okay, what is my goal? The things that I need to get done. For an example, when we moved into this house, this is a new house for us, it is almost 2 times the size of the house that we were in before. So I have a lot more to clean that I didn't have before. I didn't have a laundry room before. I didn't have a sunroom before. And so I've had to totally redo my routine and sit down and actually make a list of what's in this house, what do I need to get done. We're going to have kind of a different thing going on here. There's going to be more opportunities for us to do things for the kids for school and things like that. And so I will be changing our routine up often. But sit down, step 1, and actually write down the things you want to get done. Consider your outside tasks. So when you make a routine, don't just make a schedule or a routine to follow of things that you need to get done. Like, well, I need to dust the baseboards and I need to weave a quilt. I don't think you weave a quilt, but we'll just leave it there because I'm not very good at crafts, and that's okay. You didn't come here because Stacy's a crafty queen. Because the way you do your day is going to depend on outside activities that you have to do. Because on Sundays, you don't want to plan very much to do, because if you're going to be gone several hours for church in the morning and then again in the afternoon, it's not going to work for you to schedule a large cleaning day. Or if your kids are going to be gone to activities all day on Saturday, you don't want to say, well, that's the day I'm going to bake lots of bread and go to the grocery store and make a meal plan if you're going to be gone a lot. So you have to take into account the things that you have to do. So when I sit down to make a list or a routine, I don't just have a sheet of paper, I have my calendar with me. So I have my calendar when I make a meal plan, when I make a routine, or anything like that. Take both into account. Number 3, are you a morning person or are you a night owl? And when are you the most productive? Because here's the thing we do, and we self-sabotage, is we think we're going to change our tendencies overnight. I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do my Bible study. I'm going to do all these things. And girlfriend, you're a night owl. The only thing you're going to want to do at 6 o'clock in the morning is smash your alarm clock with a sledgehammer. Okay? So work with your tendencies, because that's when you're going to be the most successful. So if you are a night owl and you do your best work when your kids are asleep, that's when you should plan things that you need the most creative juices for. But if you're a morning person, an early bird, don't plan pivotal tasks that you need to get done for after 8 p.m. Because maybe like me, you too, after 8 p.m. are totally brain dead. So it is not good for me to plan, oh, you know what? I need to write a new e-course. I'm going to wait and do that every night after my kids go to sleep. Nobody would buy that. I wouldn't buy that. So look at your tendencies and then start making a routine for yourself. Because if once you know what you have to get done, what you want to get done, what your outside activities are, and what your tendencies are. Then as you start to write things down, it's going to help you make a flow. It's kind of like a flow chart. I'm not going to do that again because it's kind of weird. Make a rough draft. And the reason I say rough draft is because very rarely does a first shot at a routine work well. The first time I started trying to make routines for our family, it was awful, okay? Even this moving to this house, the first routine I made, I told Barry, I felt like even after the first couple days, I was like, I got to switch this up already, because I was hoping to get my housework done in the morning and then push my my online work to the afternoon, and that wasn't working for me. I don't like that because then I feel rushed in the afternoon. So then what's going to work best for me, and I've done that Wednesday and Thursday of this week, just 2 days, and I already know I need to get up earlier and I need to do my office online work in the morning and then do my housework after I finish that, because then I don't feel stressed. If I can get up before everybody else, because I am a morning person, I don't feel rushed. And so that is what I learned about myself just in the last week. Even though I knew those tendencies about myself, I was trying to make myself be someone that that's not me. So the difference between a routine and a schedule, I think it's important to note, is that a schedule is like, okay, from 9 to 10, I'm going to do this. And from 11 to 11:30, I'm going to fold this laundry. And then from 11:30 to 11:45, we're all going to take a poop, okay? I've tried that before, and I almost drove my entire neighborhood crazy because I was angry all the time and they had to listen to me through the windows. It was not pretty. Our family doesn't operate well on a schedule. We do better with a routine. Once we're finished with breakfast, this is our next task. Later in the day after lunch, we're all going to do this, so that it's not bound by time. It's only, these are the tasks that we're going to do, and we do them until we're done. But sometimes scheduling yourself around the clock in chunks of time can be very frustrating for not only you, but your family when things don't go as planned. Let me tell you, kids take schedules and they're like, let me throw a wrench in this. I need to poop every 20 minutes. Also, I'm going to break everything in the china cabinet. They don't care about your schedule, and if you have 15 minutes to fold laundry, they couldn't care less. Okay? You'll get interrupted, people will call you, people will knock on the door, something will come up. So if you can plan a routine over a schedule, like a time blocking type thing, that may work better for you. You may like time blocking. Here's the thing, you have to try all the things to see what works best for you. Try your new routine, evaluate, and try it again. I tried our new routine. I didn't like it. I evaluated that with my husband. So, okay, having somebody to run it by is also very helpful, okay, because the people that you live with, they know you. And then I tried again. So we're always taking our routine, evaluating it, and seeing if we need to change something. But always get your family feedback and then adjust. My family doesn't like it when I'm crabby. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I'm throwing out lots of cliches here, but there's a reason they're a cliche, because they're true, okay? So I wasn't very fun when I was trying to fit into this little thingy I wasn't supposed to fit in. So ask your family their feedback and then adjust again. But routines change often, okay? So that's normal. It doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means you're a normal human being. And your life changes and your activities change and your kids grow up and your cooking style changes, and you may move to a different neighborhood or a different state or get a different job, or somebody may move in. If you try to stick to the same routine your entire life, you're just going to drive yourself crazy pants. So always be evaluating your routine, taking out things that don't work, cutting the fat, and then putting them back in. So let's go over one more time. Write down your things that you need to get done daily and weekly, because if you don't write them down, you'll forget important things like laundry, okay? So write them down. Consider your outside weekly tasks that you also have to do, because that plays a really huge role in the routine that you make for yourself. And then go with your tendencies. Are you a morning owl? That's not correct. Morning person or a night owl? See, it's after 8 p.m. when I'm recording this video, and I told you. And then, when are you most productive? Schedule your time. I know I'm most productive in the morning. Your pivotal times for when you're most productive. And then create your routine. Try it. get feedback from yourself and your family, switch some things around, and try again, and always be doing that. And then always remember that if your routine doesn't go well the first time, or even the second time, or even the third time, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means that you're human. And so we switch some things around and we try again. So try establishing a routine for you and your family. If you have any specific questions, I would love to help. Otherwise, take those tips. They're worth what you pay for them. And I'll see you guys next time.